Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest. We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games for you. We are live here in Los Angeles at YouTube Theater, and it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time ever. Welcome, everybody. When I started Summer Game Fest back in 2020 from a spare bedroom, I never imagined it would grow into this. Today, the video game industry has come together to show you what's next. This is a cross-industry showcase, meaning no matter where you play games, I hope you'll discover a new game to put on your wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed over the past few years, but one thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games in development, and our singular goal today is to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1. It delivers, don't worry. Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season, and yes, we do have a very special grand finale that you're not gonna want to miss. That's all I'll say right now. But let's get right to the games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting. Here we go.
Our kingdom is cursed. The prince has been kidnapped and taken to a forbidden land. All hope rests with us, the Immortals, to rescue him and save the Empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming next. Then again, they weren't prepared for me. In these times of darkness, hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting. I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024, a brand new action-adventure platformer in the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming, puzzles, and animation, bringing a modern take on the legendary franchise. You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest. All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years. That's right, it's time for Mortal Kombat 1. Couldn't keep you waiting on this one. It has been 4 years since MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline, and it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's do it!
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight!
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento. It's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight. back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon! Congratulations. They love you. All right, well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1, and everyone just wants to know more about this, because first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1, so tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into, like, you know, a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story. And so Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole thing up. So we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the 1 is for.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, you know, in-game gameplay. The cinematics look incredible. I know the team has been working for 4 years on this, but the thing we got to talk about are these cameos, because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You have your sort of your main, you know, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu, so you pick sort of a pair when you start the game?
Yeah, normally in a fighting game, you'll see a roster, basically, you know, where you select your character. After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters. And these fighters actually, they will join the fight, But
a lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. You know, so you can you can basically combine these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing. You know, the best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo. How do you summon them? Is it time-based? Like, how often do they come in? It's not a tag team thing, right?
Exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety. So you can go, you know, push that button with towards, and it'll do a different move. Push it with down, it'll do a different move. Okay. And so the combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo almost.
Exactly. And you see there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have, you know, like in the middle of a combo, they'll have a lot of you know, basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya, you saw come out there. Sometimes you'll see them appear twice in there.
Amazing. So time-based, they come out, and then obviously as you go through, you revealed some of them there, but is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. So you can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? Same thing with Scorpion. But a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro popped in there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of like kind of really digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting, you know, we really love the novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel, you know, kind of nod to the old games.
Well, speaking of nodding the old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right? Is that true?
Yes.
That was, people don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it?
It's a huge first full circle moment. You know, the first Mortal Kombat game, we originally wanted to be Van Damme, the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. You know, we were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices too.
Wow.
So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team has been working so hard in Chicago to build this through COVID, and it's coming out in September, so we don't have to wait long, right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years. And so, but we could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it. And, you know, throughout the summer, we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters, a lot more cameo characters, you know, so there's a lot of reveals that are coming up.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters to reveal on the main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Thanks so much. Amazing. So excited about that one. All right. Next up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly fantastic. Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating and patching the original PoE since its release in 2013. We haven't seen anything on the sequel in over 2 years, but that changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Where are the guards? Hey, you! What's going on?
Looks amazing, and there's more coming in July. Last week marked the release of Street Fighter VI, a game we featured last year at Summer Game Fest. Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Advanced Artificial Intelligence, Leviathan. Welcome to Bikitoa Island.
I'm guessing Ryu from Street Fighter facing off against a dinosaur probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall with the game coming out on July 14th. But guess what, guys? That may actually not be the craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. We can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
That's right. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to the source. This man's bold creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades of incredible films. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest, Nicolas Cage!
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Happy to meet you.
Nick, I gotta say, welcome to the video game world.
Oh, wow, yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say, this is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come about? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite, maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game, but Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum of horror, right?
Yes.
And when I make movies, one of my favorite genres is horror. And in this, and in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing. And she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're playing one of the survivors in this game, and it's cool that, you know, it really is this museum of horror. Michael Myers, you said all these different characters all coming together. And you play yourself, or who do you play? So
I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. And he's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing. And there's something about it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your 3 other teammates who are survivors with you, and it's teamwork. You're working together to pull through, and I like that. And so that was a large reason for wanting to do it as well, that feeling of bonding with your friends.
And you're fully in for this. I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything?
See, I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage survivor, I even have, when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the scream to the grunt, down to the most minimal, exasperated expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right. Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean, this is so fun. This game, as you said, is such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game
Somebody
world?
very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast,
Okay.
and that really put the hook in, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for new adventures. So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience, meet a whole new audience, and branch out and go on this Dead by Daylight adventure. I didn't say, it took me nothing but a split second to say yes. And speaking about split seconds, what I noticed, excuse me, sinuses, allergies. What I noticed was that every move you make when you're doing this, when you're in the gaming space, it's timed down to the split second. It's a very immersive experience when you're acting out in this space, because every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go. Lock it in. Now, for all of you who want to play Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight, the chapter officially comes out on July 25th on PC and console, but PC players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
Damn right I made it.
Anything goes here at Summer Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations, but back in 2019, The Witcher on Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential of well-done adaptations, and later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Hello, Witcher fans. We are all gathered here today to share something with you.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3. Volume 1 Volume 1 debuts on June 29th, only on Netflix.
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for Season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in to the Summer Games Fest and enjoy the trailer.
Neutrality. It won't get you a statue. But it'll certainly help in keeping you alive. I won't abandon Ciri.
Neutrality has consequences too.
You're right.
I'm right. Well, that's deeply worrying.
Everything that's happening. It's all connected. And she's at the center of it.
If war is coming, there is no hiding her from it.
You sure about this?
Are you? History has a way of repeating itself. The dangers we've seen foretell an even more menacing future. first time, I understand real fear.
We're witches.
Is that so?
I'll never get over how cute they look for monsters. And they're like, no, please, don't hurt me. And then, wow, fangs. Just like a boatload of fangs. All up in your business.
Operation Control clears you for engagement.
choice. The root will destroy everything. For all time. No turning back after this. You sure?
All right, we have much more Summer Game Fest to come, including a first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4, and maybe a few more surprises for you. As we go through today's reveals, use the hashtag gaming on TikTok to react to the news. And we want to welcome everyone co-streaming the show live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms. For those of you on Twitch, we also have a special Warframe Twitch drop, a free Steinax Warframe for watching more than 30 minutes of the show. Now, speaking of surprises, another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel. How about that? A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the game is bringing an exciting new character to space fantasy RPGs. However, we don't just have a new peak for current players, but also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get bored running across the map every day?
Team Trailblaze back from duty. Mission 1 accomplished. Where's our next stop? I can't wait.
Another busy day ahead of us.
Starting. Great! Let me get warmed up. Strike first! Need a hand? My pleasure! Let's see some sparks fly!
Never mind, I miscalculated. Can you let me have some fun this time? Time for a buzz. Excess speed, too slow.
Later this year on PlayStation. All right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio, Lies of P is a Soulsborne-like game from the team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help. Rencontré
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
That's right, a demo for Lies of P is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the release on September 19th. Now it's time for the reveal of a visually stunning new game based on a classic manga with a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5. Here we go. Sandland, get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited to see more of it soon. Independent games are such an important part of the industry, and one thing that's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from iam8bit and Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And later this month, as part of Summer Game Fest, they'll be revealing a number of ambitious new projects. Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease. Wonder what that was at the end. We'll find out later this month. All right, next, we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from NCSoft and Amazon Games with an always-changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land, sea, and air. Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
Our guiding star has shattered. Its shards scattered across the world. An ancient evil searches for these lost fragments, destroying anything in their path. You must find them. Harness their power. Put down this threat once and for all.
Looks great. I also want to say hello to everybody watching on Steam right now. I'm sorry we don't have any free Steam Decks for you right now, but on June 19th, Steam Next Fest does return, giving fans a chance to try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword-fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
Hear the battle call, cities rise and empires fall, but it's a war worth fighting. We're taking up our arms, hold the line up, here we touch, and we keep on fighting. It's a war worth fighting. It's a war worth
Hey, this is not.
Why can't
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its way to Dying Light Tuesday Human. Get ready for darker, more dangerous nights and roaming volatiles, complete with improved parkour, rolling out with the next update in June. Then, right after that, we'll kick off an event season like you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them, you will want to get your butt barbed wired. Very soon, you will get the deadliest summers to date.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest. Isn't that great, by the way? Crash Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and N-Jin, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake. See you. Looking dapper as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake at the Game, or Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have 2 playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their own separate terrifying journeys through 2 different worlds, and yet it's all connected. And the player gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw, obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she's sort of living a narrative that Alan has written, is that right?
Well, that's a good question to ask going into this. So, yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place.
Yes.
And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So how, and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story. Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AAW.
and this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously it's, Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about, you said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing as Saga.
Okay.
And it's a sequel, but it's also a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game.
Yeah.
This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive. And with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake in the dark place as he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation goes on. And you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points in many surprising ways, but there is no right way to play through this. You can choose. You can go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga, or you can keep hopping between these two sides of it.
Well, you're always so good at kind of telling challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially, so we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
They're hyped, Sam. They're ready for it. So tell us, what are we going to see?
Supernatural forces of darkness have brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
Okay, with that, let's take a look at raw, unedited gameplay from Alan Wake 2. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Sounds like somebody's home. The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I knew it would be here, like I saw it in a dream.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets, Avarax and Kadaku. I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem? No, Captain. Tyranids! My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound! Eviscerate this abomination! Come forth and be slaughtered! Open the gates. Care to see if we can slay more Xenos for the Chiron? I thought a piece of that statue would offer more sport. Hold them back, damn it! For Ultramar! For the Emperor!
Beautiful indie game. Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
We gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
On my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give love a bad name. And you're to blame.
More unexpected collaboration. John Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? I don't know. All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist and is voiced by a familiar name.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them. A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would stand in our way. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash and the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Friends, allies, to my side. Let us usher in a new dawn. This city is mine.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies? You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me still, for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Sounds like you guys are a little hyped, so to tell us more is Brian Intihar, game director at Insomniac. Brian, thanks for coming by. I know you guys are deep in development. First of all, it looks like we have some fancy art behind us. Is this the box?
This is the box art. This
okay.
is, this is it. Here it is. I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely. Peter and Miles, we're so excited about this experience that you guys are doing with these sort of 2 characters. We saw some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the 2 villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there. I
Two
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of, we obviously, Craven, we got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors in.
Craven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or, tech. He's just the best hunter in the world, and he's coming to New York for his greatest hunt. And what's better than all of the Marvel characters that live in New York City? So Peter, Miles, and others, he's on the hunt.
And others, ...
Yes, yes.
But Venom also, obviously, Symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay. Oh, there you go. Good reaction to the art.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this, can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell us, what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or?
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. There's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as, Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how, the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles, but you can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in gameplay, it's what happens, how the story plays out.
Interesting. So how it affects him as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw some of that, and there's much more of that journey when you play the game.
And I know the journey is also more expansive. You've got Queens, Brooklyn, so even more of sort of city
the
races,
city
right?
is pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse at speeds way faster than they were before is really awesome.
Hugely ambitious game you guys have been building over the past few years. We saw at the PlayStation event, it said at the end, fall 2023, and I think we're like getting close to that. Are you guys feeling confident that you're gonna make it this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're gonna tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. October 20th, Spider-Man 2, exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, and we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian. We got our date. All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called Pal, who can also fight. In other words, it's kind of like Pokemon with guns. And then we're going to look at the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon dynasty, and some huge bosses, too.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves. With hammer and axe, we mine and scout. Across Middle-earth, delving for riches. Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria. My fellow dwarves, rally together. It's time we took back our home.
All right, now we're going to look at an exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise. Pre-registration for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy, no. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at a game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful.
I banish you. Death to the dead.
Do we kill? To be together again?
you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
それで今回の指令は
あなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。頼みましたよ。コードネーム上流。
大丈夫か？
ええ、お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか？
到着まで3分。何があった？
お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃこれから起きることは全部お前らの選んだ結果だ。お前の名は俺に名はない。
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to Capsule 12. Come in. You there, Stan?
Green across the board. Looks like we're good. Definitely a leak here, Tim.
How long has it been now?
3 years. 2 months and 17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here? He shouldn't be here. Someone there? This doesn't make sense. Is someone else down here? No.
Stan! Are you there?
It's a beautiful new game, Under the Waves, and today, incidentally, is World Ocean Day. Fun fact. All right, next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall, along with Warzone Mobile. Today, we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, launching next week. Here's your first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest, including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo. Yep, it's all happening. Check it out. Here you go.
Trying to show you what we came to do. Only talking, making major moves. Rolls Royce, no top. Me, no one will ever stop. Me, be against the world, I got my back against the wall. No, I'm hellbound. But I'm well now. On the road to riches, I get to go hell now. Tell them make a sound. Now let she get loud. I gotta fight in the morning. I see what you've been trying to do, and I'm a mission to
Season 4 next week. Today is a big day for video games, but also a huge day for Porsche. The iconic German automaker turns 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming space, and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a game, Xbox has teamed up with Porsche for a limited edition run of 75 consoles inspired by 6 famous Porsche race cars. And I'm thrilled to debut the first design here today, inspired by the Porsche 963 that's racing this weekend at the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look. Here it is, the Porsche Xbox Series X. These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at PorscheXboxSweepstakes.com. Make sure to stay tuned for the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Previously announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too. Let's take a look at Fae Farm.
Dear friend, life in Azoria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly. Before I know it, they turn into seasons. It's been a breath of fresh air. I think we found a way to get cozy and settle in. But there's something more I've been itching to explore. Realms where magic comes to meet us. As long as we're prepared, we can face anything. So, what do you say? There's so much yet to discover. Are you ready?
We promised variety. There it is, Fae Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show, only at Summer Game Fest. Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game, Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben? Man, you guys have been on fire. Last time I saw you was at the Game Awards when you won Best Mobile Game. Seems like you've been very busy. We're excited about the Spider-Verse content you've been doing. Lots going on over there, right?
Yeah, it's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited to announce Marvel Snap's biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's Conquest mode. It's a great way to get a super competitive experience and some exciting new rewards. But you don't have to wait till next week. If you haven't tried Marvel Snap, go download it right now on your mobile device or early access on Steam.
All right, Ben. I love the enthusiasm, Ben.
That's what I got.
That's you. You're made for YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So, listen. You've had this experience, Jeff. Some people lose.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Jeff. But sometimes it's because they might just be a little bit unlucky.
Cue the tape.
Oh, snap.
Okay, I don't have an ideal hand of cards here, but that's fine. I'll see what I draw in future turns. Anyway, let's reveal the first location.
Lamuntis 1. Each player destroys their deck.
Okay, I guess I will work with what I have. I'll play Medusa on location number 2. She gets +2 power And let's see the next location.
Clover Dangerfield has a 25% chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't that bad. And it's gone. Okay, well, I have some powerful cards in my hand, so I can just wait. Let's see the next location.
The Big Barn. Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6 cost cows.
You gotta be kidding me.
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
Now you're just being mean.
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with NerdWallet and start maximizing your cashback rewards on everything from Wi-Fi to headsets. Now, here's a look at King Arthur Legends Rise, a new cross-platform UE5 game for mobile and PC, a Fantasy Squad RPG adventure that is available to pre-register today.
Arthur, I have sacrificed everything to save your kind. From an ancient evil. Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked. And you may prove worthy of your legacy.
Wayfinders, do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon and paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were, who you are, and return to us.
This world needs champions.
Steve, seriously, you don't stand a chance.
Project under construction.
What do you say, guys? One more game?
Good morning, scavenger. Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle anything that could be of value to Scavax.
Captain's log, stardate 43152.4. Our fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory, and the crew is standing by.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships. Your culture will adapt to service us. Resistance is futile.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here. Yeah, right? My buddy Anthony Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th. And I'm very excited to share a sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is gonna be fun.
Swung a little wide there.
Well, aren't we a tall glass of water? Me? I'm more of a Hawaiian punch. I'm guessing you don't fight much outside of your car now, do you?
Look, clown, I don't need four wheels to kick your ass. Any chance we can get this back in the cars?
How about a little kill music? She had dumps like a truck. That's like what? All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Like it when the beat go?
Da-da-da-da.
Baby, let your booty go.
Da-da-da-da.
Girl, you want to show?
Da-da-da-da.
The thong. Do you love the silver-haired god? Don't lie to me.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar.
But you said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me.
It was a misunderstanding. I've been getting shot at ever since I can remember. It's a forced habit, I guess.
Sounds like you have trust issues.
Who hasn't dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the time shift warrior, coming later this year to PC.
Goddess of time.
Receive my light, Lisfunga. Let this power flow through you and fight again alongside your past selves.
I'm here again. That's another me. I look good. I rewind. I begin again, but with another me to fight with.
You're coming with me. You're not the only one who can be in multiple places at once.
I will become Legion and crush these demons. Onwards! I can feel that there are more.
Very cool independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character, Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with us.
How you doing? Thank you.
This is such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I am playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He is a battle mage that controls all three forms of magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but he gets the job done.
Well, it's the gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced. There's so much action in it, with all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic. What can you tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage, Jack, comes in? He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's, I guess they call him a street rat is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing actors in this incredible, really high production value game that's coming out this summer. We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic sort of parts of the game, right?
Yeah. So this is a wild part of the game. This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen. We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild, so let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium, which comes out this summer for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.
Sandrax literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight already is. And we're still losing.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
North by northeast, 5 knots.
We'll catch him, sir.
Control room and protect Selco. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here. Got it. Gotta get to the control room. I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called a triarch. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow, Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches, and today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast, hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover. And of course, there's a whole new Battle Pass lineup where you can unleash the power, yes, of Cybertron. Here we go. Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale. And it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again. This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Wow. Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Mad, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Well now, think we woke it up.
Angered it, more like.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Keep her away from me!
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul, that she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
Free. Yeah.
You murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
There you have it. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming early 2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from IM8bit and Double Fine, which celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour. We'll see you this summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom Opening Night Live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles to celebrate 10 years of the Game Awards. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Dead Digital Showcase. Thanks to Jeff Keighley for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest, and thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching millions of people. God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions and their friends at IM8-Bit to put on a show that really celebrated video games and focused on the fans and the developers and brought them together to meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games, where people could play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink. And it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only. And now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously, and we have more world premieres today than ever before. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and please, without further ado, enjoy Day of the Devs. Digital showcase. That would be effects on that. It's sound good.
I'm pleased to introduce a brand new game from a team that is near and dear to my heart. This is from Greg Lobanoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who made incredible games like Wander Song and Chicory. Here's their new title, Beastie Ball.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago. Introducing Beastie Ball. Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team. Then you can challenge rival sports teams as you rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings. Beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
So with this game, we really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change and the bonds that they form with each other. We knew we wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
To help give each beastie that personality, we've been doing unique voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that. But it's not all just friendships and rainbows. This game is about sports.
You come from a tiny town built around a nature preserve. You're kind of underdogs until one day when the Beastie Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium. Your only way to stop the construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball League.
Right from the start of your adventure, you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and exciting rise to the top.
We're so excited to finally reveal this. It's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing a crowdfunding campaign very, very soon, and we'd love to have your support. Thanks very much. We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
In Hyper Light Breaker, Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyper Light universe,
You'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth, an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off against enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello, I'm Alex, creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyper Light Breaker. Hyper Light Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once. It's a major landmark for us, and the first of its kind, an open world game where you never return to the same world twice. You could say it's a mix of incredible open world games like Breath of the Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online. Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment as you bring back more and more materials from runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team. Breaker's the culmination of all that incredible work, and we're excited to have you experience it for yourself. We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
And now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developers Stone Skip and publisher IM8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play Simpler Times.
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as a place from the past where you can be present.
Simpler Times follows Taina on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. It's starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
We want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Taina's world.
It's apple picking season, my favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions, you will journey alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me. I'm gonna miss our duets together.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful. Simpler Times stems from stories we believe need to be told and heard. Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in, the game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye!
Bye!
It's like childhood is the beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
This next game is from Sad Owl Studios and Thunderful Publishing. It's a really unique puzzle game built around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take become 3D worlds to explore. This is Viewfinder.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
You can take photos or find photos and then make them into real 3D spaces.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique experience, and I think everybody is just going to have a different experience of how they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
That doesn't look right. You can rotate reality too!
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other first-person puzzle games. It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things. And, that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created by different people. And, we have people from all over the world who have such a diverse and interesting cultures.
Each character comes from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about, mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really represent that character, who they are, what they like to do.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions. Leon was always fond of games.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
This must be the next stage. Let's go!
We received a record number of submissions for this Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty. The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost, you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. And there's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game. I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that, it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they have. The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack. So it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Our next game is a bit of a blast from the past. It arrived on the scene around 12 years ago, quickly became the talk of the town, and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then, shortly afterwards, both the game and its creator vanished. That game was Cart Life, a slice-of-life simulation game that put you in the shoes of various street vendors and tasked you with setting up a successful business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that, lovingly restored and better than ever, Cart Life is back.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life. Cart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back. In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart. Andris is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in cart life, your resources are limited. You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories. The world of cart life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console later this year.
The skateboard renaissance has been going on for the last couple years in games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellskate.
All right, Anton, first try. Here we go. No! That was a good combo! All right, that's it.
Too slow. Again.
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manuals, grinds, jumps, balance meters with roguelite structure.
Just like with other games in the roguelite genre, death is a central mechanic in the game. When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons. The combat in our game can be described as a fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning, and then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding, where you need it, when you need it.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. Your wing, your arm. What do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hellskate, which listing the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
In our next game, Henry Halfhead, you play as Half a Head. That's it. That's the game. But it's so much more than that too, because you see, Henry can be many things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is? How is? What does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome! May I introduce you to Henry? Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily life. The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day. And it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous, quivering machine. Tick-tock, tick-tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows that if you want to change the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up. For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth. Not too hot, not too cold. Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin. That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
That's this week. That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
The best drink Henry can make from beans. The candy of nature, delicious. Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for work. If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus. Double the Henry, double the fun. Play Henry's not-so-ordinary everyday life in co-op mode. Henry, everyday life with a twist.
Our next game is from Jeppe Carlsen, a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honor of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents, rhythm action platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth, 2 of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppe's contributions to those Playdead titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Hello, I'm Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon. Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring. Just like that, we are now in a world outside. The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring. Let's jump out one more time. We are now in a world even further outside and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up. Orbs can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles. And you can even throw them into pipes. You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in. Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles. Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters. We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
And now, I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été. In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color. Été means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way. When you fill something with paint, you'll extract its color as droplets of experience. And as you level up, you'll become able to unleash larger splashes of paint that reveal a bigger part of the world at once. You'll also meet plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted, everyday anecdotes, and some of them will even commission artworks from you. Using your bike, you can travel quickly back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas. That's where your creativity comes into play. At your easel, you can create gorgeous watercolor artworks using anything you've discovered in your expedition so far. Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions. And if you're feeling inspired, you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without any kind of limitation. With hundreds of unlockable stamps at your disposal and dozens of commissions to inspire you, the only limit really is your imagination. Apart from living your best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio. But you'll have to dive into that story for yourself. It is coming out in 2024, and we hope you'll enjoy your adventures as a traveling painter in this lovingly crafted, whimsical summer world.
Hi everybody, how are you liking the show so far? This is the time where we take a brief break to talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept games into the nominating committee and all the legal ramifications and the technical rules that go with the accounting of the...
Tim, sorry. I thought that, I thought I was doing something here too. All right. Hey, Kelly from Indie Mega Booth here with a very exciting announcement. We're back. Woo! If you're a fan of indie games, you may have seen the Indie Mega Booth at shows like PAX West and PAX East over the last decade, bringing together a curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypto the Necrodancer, Tunic, Disco Elysium, Spiritfarer, Celeste, Mini Metro, Astroneer, The Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community. Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation during the pandemic, but we are so excited to announce that we're finally waking up from our big long slumber, and we're ready to move forward with IMB 2.0. Head on over to our brand new website, indiemegabooth.com, and be Indie Know by signing up for our newsletter. Learn about new games, upcoming showcases, digital sales, and the best ways to help support the games and developers that you know and love. As we've always said, individually we're tiny, together we're mega.
We have another world premiere for y'all, and it's also really thematically appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second. It's from the aesthetically amazing studio called Land and Sea. They're famous for the Alto series that you know and love, but this next one is not what you're expecting from them. It'll be herding your way. It'll be flocking your way. No, I like herding. It'll be herding your way next year. It's called Summerhill. It's about sheep.
Hi there, my name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the founder and creative director of Land and Sea. We're a small team from the UK, best known as the developers of the Alto's Adventure series. Now, over the last few years, we've been busy growing the team and laying the groundwork for our most ambitious project yet. It's an entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that we care about most as a studio. And we're super excited to be able to share this exclusive first teaser with you today. So please take a look, and I'll be back at the end to tell you more. We hope you enjoyed this first look at our brand new game, Summerhill. To give you a little bit more detail, Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog. Together you'll be setting out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home. Summerhill brings together gentle problem-solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking pastoral landscapes to tell a timeless coming-of-age folktale. As a team, we've been massively inspired by the rich history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name, Summerhill, is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice to this timeless tradition and tell a story that could only be told in this way. We're also super excited to be working again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer best known for his work on games such as Monument Valley 2, Dreams, and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We can't wait to share more with you, so if you'd like to be the first to hear about what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Next up, we have an update on Eternites. This is from Studio Psy, essentially a one-person team with a few friends helping out on the side, and it's a dating action game. Now, you've heard a lot about this title.
Sorry.
What's happening?
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting Day of the Devs. But it's urgent. A virus has turned most of us into... I don't know how much longer we can hold out. It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows? Maybe we'll find one more thing worth fighting for. Eternites is a dating action game that takes adrenaline-fueled combat and mixes it together with a heartfelt love story. Can I be honest for a moment? Sometimes with all these infected, it's too much. And it's during these moments that I'm happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier when you have someone special by your side to make things less scary. So, what now? Did you just shush me? Because the teacher might hear us. Hey. Have you ever passed a note to your crush? I mean, or you can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not...
Wow, we are so cheesy.
Mini-games! We have so many mini-games that can help you unlock unique skills and spells in battle. So yeah, you can fight monsters, explore dungeons, date? I mean, so many things like train, scavenge, date. Did I say date twice? Anyway, you have to manage and balance all these activities if you want to save the world. The clock is ticking. Okay, cool. Bye!
Wishlist now.
Next up, from Italian-Icelandic developer Evil Licorice, comes a nostalgia-fueled gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering and allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice, and I'm one of the designers of Retro Gadgets. Although it takes me forever to build something like this, I love the feeling of seeing something happening on a screen like this one when I rotate the knob or I press the buttons. And this is where the idea for Retro Gadgets comes from, is to being able to build digital gadgets with little effort. We love Pico 8 by Lexaloff because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadgets tries to take the best of both worlds and adds a layer of hardware building and customization. All this is packaged in a cozy and retro-inspired environment. We have a fantastic community and people have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations. So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam and we have big plans in store. Bye.
If you've ever watched the Mars Curiosity rover on one of its missions, you very well may have become fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very important question, though. Sure, Curiosity can tell us the weather on a planet millions of miles away, but can it deliver a pizza? In Mars First Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped objects from point A to point B by assembling and piloting your very own Mars rovers. And in doing so, perhaps you will solve the pepperoni-based problems that truly matter.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself. As you complete deliveries, the game will give you new toys to play with. The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to take on. There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world. One of the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination using the parts that you have available. As you build up your collection of parts, more creative options will become available to you. And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative in its editor. And finally, I'm really excited to announce that Mars First Logistics will be launching into Steam Early Access on the 22nd of June. That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
You'd think the aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure set in the sprawling post-flood world of Saltsea. The adventure unfolds differently with every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swashes and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Saltsea Chronicles.
I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made Saltsea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Saltsea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew. At the beginning of the game, you're going to discover that Maya, your captain, has gone missing, and together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Saltsea archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along the way. Saltsea Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the people there live symbiotically with this community of cats. As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Saltsea. It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover how each community has slightly different house rules. Another thing we're super proud of is our exploration system. So we're sort of done away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically. Saltsea Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a detective one. There are plenty of laughs, but tough choices and meaningful moments too. Our writer's room of award-winning storytellers have done an incredible job. We're so delighted to share Saltsea Chronicles with you all today, and I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
All right, this next game, sorry. Tim keeps texting. Let's see. Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important. The thing I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as me as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7 years. Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2, and they made a super hyper duper long documentary series, unlike anything you've ever seen in games. All the intimacy, all the tears, the outrage and joys, and all the things that happen in game development that never really gets documented because who has access like this? So here's a very quick sneak peek at their incredibly long series. We highly encourage you to watch this thing. It's amazing.
So what's next?
Psychonauts 2.
To get to the dollar amount we're talking about, it's probably going to take financing from a lot of different avenues.
Whenever Grasslands is going to start, Tim's just going to start taking our people.
So there's a ton of stuff going on right now. It's kind of breaking me. But you know, it's fun. It'll be really rewarding when it's done.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on a Psychonauts game in the near future. Thank you for helping us bring back Psychonauts. Thank you. 3, 2, 1.
To submit your game for future Day of the Devs, or to just hear about Day of the Devs in general, go to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
Thank you to all the incredible sponsors that have been with us since the very beginnings of Day of the Devs. We're going on 11 years. We could not pay for any of this without these sponsors. They donate to us, ask for nothing in return except a showcase of incredible games from indie devs all around the world. So please, applause for all the cool logos on the screen. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you. Thank you again to the incomparable Dose One. He's been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games ever since we started doing these digital showcases for Day of the Devs. Thank you again. You're a hero amongst heroes. Go check out his music. It's amazing. Hell, Dose One is incredible. Thank you for watching Day of the Devs yet again. If you're looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com. The URL on your screen. Follow us on social media. We got more coming up this year. Thank you to our friend Jeff Keighley. The Summer Game Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy to be a part of Summer Game Fest for these last many years. Definitely stick around. We're not completely done yet. We have a musical performance featuring the sounds of New Caledonia, thanks to our friends who made the game Chia. It's worth it. It's really cool. Happening right now.